So here we are under the Mark II. I need to replace the pinion seal because I believe it is not as good as it should be. I have searched the internet and not really found anything that is useful. Now this is, I believe, what is classed as a Dana 44. But all I'm interested in is replacing the pinion seal, and I believe there is also a gasket behind it that has to be done. So I'm going to have to wing this a bit and try and figure out some torque settings. First things I've got to do, grabbing my trusty brake cleaner, is clean that motherfucker up. Next we're going to mark it, we're going to center punch it in more ways than I really probably need to. I'm going to center punch the shaft, center punch the nut, center punch the flange, and then mark it. Probably doesn't need to be done that way, but hey, belts and braces, what do you want? Okay, so I've punched it and I've painted it. Does it matter? Who knows? But it makes me feel good. I can put everything back where it came from. Next, let's get this nut off and pull this shaft off. All right. Finally, I've got this shit camera to work, and if any of you are considering a GoPro, don't buy the GoPro 7 Black. It's a piece of fucking shit. The battery connection is always iffy, to say the least. Right, that aside, I have taken the connection off here using my special tool for the bottom of the shock absorber, and then I swing across here. Oh fuck, it's been sheared off. So let's see what happens when I put a winch on it. Yep, and the fucker turns. All right, my choices now, I'm going to give this a douse of PB Blaster. Then I'm going to get some grips on here and wind the nut down as far as I can. And then I'm going to cut the fucking thing off. I really don't have much choice. It's not playing nice. So, those of you that are going to deal with this, and as you can see, my shock absorber rubbers are kind of fucked, which is not a surprise really, in all honesty, because they've been there a long time. And yeah, I painted them, gosh, who knows how long ago, some time ago, and that was a pathetic attempt to make them look nice. Okay, let me entertain you. No, let me get the pliers, get the wrench, get the PB Blaster, and get the grinder, and we'll come back. Okay, this has been doused in some pubic blaster. Let's now see if I can undo the nut. Yes, I know the grips are going to fuck the thread, but my intention, as I said, is to cut it anyway. Ooh, ooh, baby. Wow. Maybe we need to get a little more aggressive here. I was trying to do it on the tip, but Maybe that's not going to work. This has been here for a while. So let's try again. I'm just going to let that spin until it hits. That way I don't have to put my strength into it, or at least only on one side. There she goes. Good God. I sincerely hope inside the boot it's not as bad. Let's just keep going, shall we, guys? That's another piece of fun. On the mark, two, woo, woo. All right, I make silly noises. It's just fun. Boy, is this fucker tight. For a shock absorber, my ghast is flabbered. There she goes. All right. Now, any second now, I'm going to reach the limit and have to cut it off. Which is okay. I have no problem with that. I'm going to cut it off above the nut, obviously. Cutting off below the nut is not a lot of point. And I have some nice new shock absorbers for this, but they are not going on until I have painted this rear differential. I'm just going to keep winding this for the moment, and maybe I'll even push the mole grips off. That just gives me a little bit more area to play with, if you know what I mean. Don't you just love working on old cars? Oh yeah. Oh, I certainly do, baby. Yeah, it's pushing it off now. It's pushing the mole grips, vice grips, whatever you want to call them. It's pushing them off. I'm just going to keep doing that because it gives me more room to play with until the fucker falls off. Fucker falls off. Yeah, baby. Come on. Oh. Tim Allen. I'm sure Tim would be proud. Giving it shit. Oh, we're getting close. Getting close to those grips just falling off. This may not be the way you would choose to do it, but that's my choice. Not that it probably matters, but this is an 11/16. Maybe your current shock absorbers, oh my God, it fell off, are the same. So let's get our little baby here and cut that stud, and the sparks are going away. There she blows. So this finally, another bit of jiggly piggly. Come on, get off, you bitch. There you go. Now, this shock absorber, actually, it's still quite good, but I got nice new ones. So I'm going to pull that down now, and that one's ready for undoing in the boot. Hang on, sorry, no light. Let's see if we can do the same on this side, shall we? There we go, boys. All right, there she is. Okay. This, yeah, that goes through to the boot. So now, prior to me installing the new shock absorbers, I'm going to get this diff cleaned up and painted. I do really honestly want to get onto the wiring harnesses, but I don't like having all of these half-done jobs around, and so maybe it's a pathetic excuse, but I'm going to get this cleaned and painted. Oh, pardon me, I got hiccups. Get these shock absorbers. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, folks. Get these shock absorbers out. Get this cleaned and painted. Replace the seals. Get that done. Then put on the diff. Put on the prop shaft. And then we're good with underneath until we get the mounting bracket. And let's go over here. Okay, now, oh, sorry about this. Hang on a second. Right, here I have various pieces of tape. Hang on, give me 1 second. I have various pieces of tape showing different dimensions so that the people that are supplied the transmission will be able to build a bracket, a mounting bracket, to accommodate the Tremec 5 gearbox in a manual transmission, or in place of a manual transmission. So that's what you're looking at right now, and it's fitted up rather nicely. Must admit, when they did it right. So fingers crossed it will work. All these pieces of blue tape with letters are just showing them the various dimensions so they can build a nice bracket. It will probably be based on the initial one they sent me for an automatic, but we will see how it goes. I've got a couple of little things here I need to do. Excuse me.